guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here to preview this weekend's fixture with Adamo Ritacco. AC Milan take on Chievo this weekend at the Stadio Bentegodi. Of course, very important match for both teams. AC Milan will try to keep their winning ways after beating Cesena last weekend at the San Siro with the scoreline of 2-0, while Chievo will look to get back on a good path after picking up a heavy loss against Empoli, 3-0. Quite embarrassing result for them. Of course, not a very strong opponent, Empoli, but yet again, they picked up some very good results this year as well. So, Adamo, my question to you is, to start it off, can AC Milan actually build a winning streak? Because, of course, we've only seen it twice this season where Milan actually won 2 games in a row, and that is actually embarrassing, given Milan should be able to build streaks that could last maybe 4 or 5 games minimum. So can we actually continue and build a winning streak after that nice win against Cesena? Can we evitate some mistakes and, of course, get on the winning ways and maybe reach the Europa League at the very least this season?
I definitely think it's possible, but it's hard to really judge because Milan are very, very inconsistent in that sense, in the sense that they're inconsistent, because a lot of people have said it this year that that's the thing that Milan lack, and they're very, very much so right. Because really, as you said, they haven't really strung together a good run of performances, which has led to us dropping very low in the table. So I do think it's possible, considering we're facing Chievo, not the best of teams, obviously coming off that hard defeat against Empoli 3-0. And we just beat Cesena, and it was a very, very positive performance, although it was only Cesena. So as I said, it's going to be hard to judge. But hopefully Milan can pull it off and really something comes through from the game.
Of course, last time we played them, guys, we won 2-0 at the San Siro against Chievo. It wasn't a very good performance by Milan, but we actually came out strong in the second half. Goals coming in from Montari and Honda that time. So, of course, Chievo is a team that, once again, like any other team, you can't just say what will happen in this match, because in the Serie A, it's just full of unpredictable results. And like we have seen on a number of occasions, Milan will have to be perfect. It's not the team of 3-4 years ago where we could just walk in and think that we're going to pick up easy 3 points. We're going to have to be there and go in perfect. Of course, playing away from home, we don't have a very good record. Therefore, we need to pick up the points, or the 3 points, which are very important, and hope for other teams to drop points in order to us to get back in that European race. Now, let's look at the probable lineups here, because Inzaghi will once again go with a 4-3-1-2. Of course, it's a lineup that Milan won with last week and showed very good things. So let's hope it will be the same again this week. So let's start off with Diego Lopez in net, coming back from suspension, of course. Back 4 made up of Bonera on the right, Mexes, Paletta in the center, Antonelli on the left. Middle made up of Montolivo, De Jong, and Poli. Bonaventura playing as a trequartista once again. He played very well in that position last weekend. And Menez and Destro up front. It's a formation and lineup that looks very similar to what we saw against Cesena. Of course, Bonaventura, as I mentioned, did very well against Cesena, and really shows that that position is made for him. It's his natural position. He can do very good things. But, Damo, I want to get into a little bit of a touchy subject. I want to speak about Cerci, because we've heard some things about him this week. Of course, he had some problems with Inzaghi, mentioning that there was something like, don't just play me in the last 5 minutes. If you're going to play me for a good entire match, or for at least a good part of the match. And Inzaghi just mentioned, if you're not okay with that, then don't even come to training. So what do you think about that whole situation, and how you think that this could affect his position in the team, a player that really was supposed to change things up for Milan and be an integral part for the team?
Well, it's very sad that something like that had to happen, as Cerci, as you said, is a very integral part to Milan, as all of us even wanted in the summer before he even came. And so hopefully they kind of work something out. People are saying that they're holding an intervention to try to really resolve their issues, which hopefully that goes through and actually works well. I don't want no like fake bonding where it's like, okay, they're going to pretend that they're fine, but really the mentality's not there, because then Cerci won't perform and Inzaghi's going to be losing at every game for no reason. So overall, it was a very weird situation. Like, I understand Cerci is a good player, and he should be frustrated because he isn't playing much. But who is Inzaghi really going to bench? He's not going to bench Bonaventura at count. He's not going to bench Menez, who's our top goal scorer, and he's not going to bench Destro, which is a big name that just recently came in, has been scoring quite a number of goals for the lack of chances that he's gotten. So it's very hard for Inzaghi to really choose, and this is a difficult situation with him. He probably could have handled it a bit better than telling him to just go home. But still, I don't think Chelsea should have acted out that way. Maybe should have resolved it in a more serene sense. Talk to Inzaghi personally, ask him that, I need more playing time and I'm kind of unsettled here. So if you give me more playing time, that'd be good. So I think if something like that went down, it'd be much more easier to handle. So overall, the situation is very, very odd, and hopefully it doesn't affect Milan in a poor way.
Yeah, hopefully it gets resolved soon if it isn't already. And just looking back at the lineup, of course, Montolivo, De Jong, and Poli, I think they have a very strong record together when they do play together. It's a very strong midfield if you think of it. You got lots of qualities, physique, physicality, everything in it. So I think this midfield could do very well, especially against a team like Chievo, which are prone to play the 4-4-2. Of course, Paloschi playing in that starting lineup most probably on Saturday. And Birsa, another player that, of course, played with us last season. So we got a few players, familiar faces. However, Milan should walk in this match and get a win, no doubt. We're playing Chievo. It's not a team that we should be scared of. But yet again, we have dropped many points against bottom teams this year. And hopefully it won't be the case against Chievo on Saturday. Now, what do you think about this lineup, Adamo? Strong enough in your opinion, or you think there's something missing?
Well, it's definitely strong enough, but I do feel there could be some pieces that would have improved the lineup. Obviously, with all our injuries, it's kind of hard to do that. But either way, I do definitely think it's strong enough. But the issue is we've had lineups that have been strong enough, and we faced weaker teams. As we saw in the first half of the season, we did very, very poor against the newly promoted teams. So it is a strong enough lineup, but will it happen? I definitely think we can beat Chievo. I'm just very hopeful that Milan can actually string a couple games together where we get a win so we can grow up into the table like Inter have done recently.
Yeah, that is definitely needed. That is what we do need at the moment, a string of wins to put back our morale and, of course, get into the European contention, like I mentioned several times already. But, Adamo, you just want to give a quick prediction, maybe for the fans out there that want to hear your take on it, scoreline and maybe goal scorers.
I'm gonna go with 2-0. I would say 2-1, but we just played that against Cesena. I'm gonna say 2-0. I could see maybe Paloschi possibly getting a goal just for the irony of it. But I'm still gonna stick with 2-0 to Milan. Goal scorers are gonna be Destro and Bonaventura. I think it's definitely a possible result. And we're facing Chievo. Obviously, no disrespect to them, but they are a very kind of slow team, not the best teams in the league, and are gonna need the points though. So it's gonna be a tough game, but hopefully Milan can pull it off.
Well said, guys. Don't forget to leave your predictions in the comments section as well. We want to know what you guys think. Who's going to score? Who's going to win? Let us know. Also, let us know what you think about the starting lineup. Is there something else you would change in it? Something you would do different? If you were Inzaghi, will you actually play Chelsea or not? Let us know. And of course, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything AC Milan, from match previews, reviews, fan reactions, transfer rumors, and much, much more. Everything we got here on Rossoneri TV. Thank you for watching. This has been Gio and Adamo signing off. We'll see you guys on Saturday. And as usual, Forza Milan.